Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel today. I'm Kevin and today we're back to our politics topic. So today our topic is going to talking about another type of politics system. But today we are not just talking about some kind of politics that being used by locals or in nation. Today we are going to talk about a society that include international politics, which means that have a lot of different countries going to join into it. So let's come straight into our topic. So to avoid wars, the governments from the different countries often make some like some change and also some agreements with each other. And those type of things are be called treaties. And most aren't just about war. Treaties can make it easier for people to move around, to making the tax from the country A to the country B being easier and cheaper. And also they could even get the goods from the other country, or you could say they're trading goods, or they even share information. So that's what treaties usually help international world, okay, international society work. So sometimes group of country go even further. They will go into forming a society, a big society including a lot of different nations, and that thing will be called as an international organization. So that's what an international organization is. The international organization is is an organization that being made by different countries, as I say, and of course those countries had the same aim and the same goals for the others, so that they could get on the same path to get along with each other. Okay, here are some examples about it. So let's talk about the United Nations. So the UN is nearly every country, okay, nearly organization that have every country inside it. Is the part of the world is inside the UN, which means that yeah, almost every part of the world inside the UN, and is known as the member state. The member state of the UN will going all agree to follow the organization rules and to work together to help to promote the global goals. So people can delegate from each member state work in the UN headquarters in New York City. For someone who don't know, the UN headquarters is in New York City. Okay, so the way they going to work is that the member state going to like gather into the headquarters of the United Nations to describe about their country's situation. Then they going to ask for an answer for their problems. Or also they could even meetings to debate about a new rules for the United Nations, so that they could make their nation become better and safer for their own citizens. And because of the quality of the United Nations, a lot of countries join it and become a part of this organization. Until now, this group, this society is the most, and for me, is the most powerful and the most quality, or you could say valuable organization in the world. If you are a country, yeah, just an example, if you're taking a little country, you should join these organizations because it may bring you a lot of goods. But of course, everything have a price. If you come into this country, this organization, you come into this group, join the team, you have to follow the rules. And maybe some of them will go against your culture or not. I don't know exactly, but yeah, that's just I thought it would be better if you join a nation that give you more I'm sorry, I mean if you join a team, you join organizations that give you more opportunities to make your society become safer and also better for your citizens, must be good. Okay, so now we're talking about the global goals and the global authority to know what are them. And also we are going to talk about some examples of the global goals and authority of the United Nations. So the global goals of the United Nations is the goals that an organization or a group must have. Every member will go into work in every way as long as it's not going against the rule of the group. So they will do freely, will go freely and just aiming for one goals. Okay? And the goals that every country in that society are looking for, we call it a global goals. And the global authority, as you can see, the global authority, which means the authority that will going to be the number, or you could say like to be the ranking or standard for every member inside the United Nations, so that they know what is their authority. And when every country looking for one authority, that's because as global authority, yeah, it's really simple to understand. Okay, now let's come to some global goals and authority of the United Nations. The first one, the global goals is going to be maintaining peace between countries. So this thing is not just for United Nations, it's for everybody, because yeah, every nation making treaties with each other. The first and the top one is that to make the peace between the two countries or the two nations. And when they get along with each other, they could go further and making a whole organizations that include a lot of countries that agree to make peace with each other and create a bigger society that helping each other to compete, to like develop and increase their quality for the citizens. Okay, the second goal is the protecting the environment. Yeah, this thing is some of the goals, these goals that some of the organizations have in the world, but still some don't. And it's also an important rules, because if you don't protect the environment, you may not have enough opportunities or resources to making your economy growth. Okay, the third goal of the United Nations is promoting equality and fairness in all societies. So even when you are in the European Union, the EU, or you be NATO, you always get these rules, because they are so the organizations, or you could say the international organizations, always just going to focus on something. And because there's too much goals and authority for the United Nations and also the other group that I didn't talk about, so I just going to make it some easier example for you guys to understand. The first one, they're looking for safety for the society. The second one, they're looking for better opportunities and treatment with each other. They want to have a friends, to have to have a teams, to compete, to debate, to bounce the ideas, to develop themselves better, and also to make them the opportunities to trading goods. Okay, and the last one, for some of the countries that care about environment, they will going to aim to one way going to make their economic and their own country become better, and one way to protect the environment in the areas that their organization is taking, so that they could protect their resource and going to make sure that the future generations will not going to suffer a lot of bad problems that we made for them. Okay, so that's all about the global goals. Now let's talking about some of the global authority. And as I said, I was just taking some main point because it's just too much. But for the United Nations, we have 5 member states. China, France, Russia, UK, and US have more power than the others, and they are known as the UN Permanent Security Council. So this thing I'm sorry. Okay, so those countries are the Security Council of the UN. Yeah, is the most simple explanation that I could get for you guys. And if all 5 countries agree, the Council can authorize military action against a country or impose sanctions, making it illegal to trade goods with that country. So yeah, this authority, which means that you could taking like some kind of power and even like some type of action that they could make for their own justice and for their own opinion. And if the 5 countries in the Security Council of the UN agree with that, yeah, agree with that ideas of attacking by a military way into a nation are going to make sanctions for them, they will going to be made, which means that yeah, that ideas will going to become the truth. So like when Russia attacking Ukraine, we could say that America used the sanctions on them and ban everybody, okay, like going to prevent everybody and not allow them to buy the goods from Russia. And that thing also caused a lot of crisis about the, yeah, okay, let's say about the burning materials for a lot of countries. Of course, the America could still going to mine the stuff, but maybe I don't know what did they do, because I'm not too good at politics. I can, you guys can see like I'm talking and I always misspoke, so I'm just talking what I can understand. And because I didn't follow the politics too much, so I don't know what did America does for the whole world when they when they not allow the other country to buy the Russia burning materials. But which my opinions, I don't think that they would let the other country going to buy it, because they need it themselves. And of course the other countries have the always to make it. But the Russia is the country that have the most important burning material source. So making a sanctions on that is a bad decision. Or even when they don't making the sanctions on that, but on the others good. The Russia, which means the country feeling that yeah, the America is pointing about me. I think that even though when I'm attacking Ukraine, I'm wrong, but because I'm still a society and I have to take care for myself first, because thinking about morals, so I will go into not selling the burning materials. Yeah, that's some of the things that maybe the country will think is that I'm not talking about the individuals who leading the country, alright? I'm just talking as a funny examples. But let's forget about it, let's just keep going, okay? So that's what we call the global authority of the United Nations. And that's all about global goals and authority. Now I'll talk about for you some examples of the other organizations that also international group or international organization like the UN. And that's where we're going to the end of our video today, okay? So the first one is the European Union, the EU. Most European states have agreed to share their resources, allowing people to live, work and trade across the Union under the control of this organization. And then let's come to talk about the Africa Union. The Africa Union have an alliance between most countries in Africa to promote unity and peace and to set up an international system of trade. And the last one is NATO. This is a military alliance between most countries in North America and Europe who agree to help to defend each other and to share resources, including weapons. So you guys can see Ukraine asked to join to NATO, and because at the time Russia attacking Ukraine, they didn't get the permission to join to NATO yet, so the NATO didn't going to get them the help by militaries, okay? So that's the explanation from people who so for some people who don't know why when Ukraine, which means is a part of the NATO being attacked, the NATO itself didn't have any action to defend them, okay? So that's all I want to talk with you guys today about the international politics and international organization, or you could say the global organizations, okay? And our video seems like it's going for too long, so I'll make off here and let me see you guys in my next video. And now it's time to say goodbye then. See ya!